Hello, Bible Time. I'm coming to you today from Dana Point, California. This is the Dana Point Harbor right here in Dana Point, California. This is where Roberta and I were married over 43 years ago. Right up over the hill is where the church was that we got married. Back then, it was just a sleepy little ocean town, beach town. And now it's a wedding destination spot because, you know, we're trendsetters. And we lived here in the 80s. We used to walk our kids down around the harbor here. It's a beautiful place, very wealthy place. And speaking of very wealthy, let's talk about Solomon in 1 Kings 9 and 10. These are a couple of amazing chapters. The Lord appears to Solomon. He affirms the covenant that he made with David. Solomon has great building projects. The Queen of Sheba comes to visit him from 1,200 miles away. She's heard about his wisdom. He's got incredible riches. And in fact, chapter 10, verse 23 says he excelled all kings in riches and wisdom. Solomon had it all going for him. But God's presence, when he showed up, God told him his presence was conditioned upon some things. It would be positive he would stay if they would walk in integrity and righteousness. But if they turned away from God, he would cut them off from the land, cut them off from the temple. And as you look at Solomon, throughout these chapters, you can see he's already leaking oil spiritually. I mean, he's got material desires. He's building whatever he desires. He's self-focused. He's accumulating gold. He's self-indulgent. And even the Queen of Sheba gave him a subtle reminder in chapter 10, verse 29, that everything he had was from the Lord. But yet he keeps going on, motivated by material things, violating a lot of things in Deuteronomy 17 that God said was to be true about kings. But you know what? To the average American, Solomon sounds like he's living the dream. Solomon sounds like he's living the American dream. Solomon is like he's living at Dana Point. And a lot of American Christians would look up to Solomon and what he was doing. But and a lot of Texans would as well, because everything's bigger in Texas. We moved to Texas so we can buy more and bigger stuff. But what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? And that's what's going to happen to Solomon. And we'll talk about that more tomorrow on more Bible Time.